It is so true that people can't even deny it if they think I'm wrong about this, because Ireland is the most democratic country in the world. And believe me, I'm telling the truth there. Because all political parties, no matter if you're social liberal, social democrat, liberals or Labour or whatever, conservatives, Republicans or whatever, kind of other ones you have, and then independents, they all have a good say in the government. They all have a good say. They all have a fair and equal say. Everybody has the same amount of say. Not like in America where there's only two really political parties, and Republican and Democrats, and the two of them just bite each other's legs all the time, just trying to get in touch. And in democratic countries, the one thing that stands out is the people. The people. The people who is in the democratic countries. Because the word I use so much is our words of freedom. Words of freedom are mightier than any navy or any army. Because if you can use your words of freedom to stamp out corruption in any service of the government or in any part of society, words of freedom and justice is the best way in life. If you speak out against people that's higher up than you, the freedom of democracy will stand up with you. And Ireland, as we've seen in the news with the guards, with the whistleblowing, the guards tried to criticise a good sergeant who never done a thing wrong and never abused a child in his life, was getting abused by the head Garda commissioners, the head superintendents, and even the government themselves and the Department of Justice. And they were exposed because that sergeant was like, I'm using my words of freedom and our words of justice and equality to stand up against these fascist cops and these fascist leaders of the guards and the government, and I'm going to tear them down as far as I can get them. And that's what he done. And his words of freedom. In America, if you say a word against a cop in America, you get your head blown off. But over in the Republic of Ireland, the most democratic, independent state on this planet and in this universe, we will accept every man and every woman's word of wisdom and word of freedom. No matter if it's against the Taoiseach, no matter if it's against the president, we will not shoot them. No matter what colour the skin is, no matter where they come from, if they have a complaint about a government service or anything at all in this state, we will listen to them. Because that's what democracy is for. You help each other. We help each other. If somebody's in difficulty, all of us stand with them. And if there's a commie or a fascist, we will stand against them, united and free. And that's why Ireland is the most democratic country ever. Because the will of the people of Ireland to be democratic and to stay democratic and not to bow to fascist governments or communist governments or even monarchies. Because the Irish are so democratic that it's not even funny how bad they are democratic. And how good they are democratic, may I say. Because in America, they lost their way of democracy and democratic rights. They have lost the ways of democratic rights. Because what's happening on the Mexican border with the US, it's against every democracy and against their democracy and their constitution that the founding fathers put in place in America. And in this country, we try our hardest. We spend every money we can to help our people. Even though I might criticise the government every day, they will do a lot more to help their people than the United States does. Because the only thing the United States does, and I'm going to say the truth, they only care about war. That's all they care about. War and land and oil. Oil. Basically oil. And as soon as any other country gets into a war, they'll stick their nose in. And I'm sorry to any of the United States people, it's not your fault, it's the government democracy's fault. No, in the democracy, Ireland has always been a democracy nearly. Apart from the royal family taking over, from the foundation of the state, from the Irish Free State. Ireland has never been fascist or communist or ever monarchy. Well, before the British, before the Irish got the independence, or monarchy, to be honest. But we were always democratic. And for the rest of this country's lifetime, and to the end of the world, we will always remain the most independent democratic republic on this earth. And we respect all our citizens and all the people of this great nation, and which is blessed by democracy and not blessed by dictatorships or by people who think they can rule over a country with an iron fist. Because democracy in this country is greater than a weapon, a greater weapon than a nuke, or whatever weapons is in man's use. Thank you.